tracks stretch endlessly under a pale moon, cutting a silver line through the dark, sleeping fields. A lone figure, Leela, walks the ties, a backpack slung over her shoulder, her breath misting in the cool night air. Fog, thick and ghostly, creeps from the edges of the woods, swallowing the landscape. Suddenly, a sound slices through the silence, a distant, mournful train whistle. It's an impossible sound. This line has been abandoned for decades. Headlights cut through the gloom, growing brighter, revealing the silhouette of an approaching train. It's vintage, almost ethereal, glowing with a faint, otherworldly light. We push in on Lila's face, her eyes wide with a mix of fear and disbelief. What is this train doing out here, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night? No, she's inside. The air is cold and heavy. The lights flicker erratically, casting long, dancing shadows down the empty carriages. It's a time capsule, filled with vintage luggage and forgotten belongings, as if the passengers simply vanished. The silence is unnerving, broken only by the rhythmic clatter of the wheels on the tracks. Then, a whisper. It's faint, but she recognizes the voice as her own. She spins around, but there's no one there. Catching her reflection in the polished wood of the carriage wall, she freezes. A shadow moves behind her reflection, a dark shape darting in the periphery, independent of her own movement. The train isn't just empty. It's haunted by something that knows her name, something that plays with her mind. The psychological game has begun. The journey becomes a fever dream. Outside the windows, the world warps and twists. Familiar landscapes loop back on themselves. Trees contorting into impossible shapes under a sky that never brightens. The train is no longer moving through space, but through a nightmare. And then they appear. Ghostly figures, translucent and silent, begin to fill the seats. Their faces are blank, but their movements are horribly familiar. They mimic her every action. When she looks at her hands, they look at theirs. When she touches her face, a dozen spectral hands rise in unison. A surreal, glowing fog presses against the glass, blurring the line between inside and out. The creaking of the old train and the rising, suspenseful score merge into a symphony of dread. Leela is trapped in a moving prison, surrounded by echoes of herself. She has to get out. Pushing through the spectral crowd, she stumbles towards the front of the train, into the engine car. Heat blasts her face from an ancient boiler. Standing at the controls is the conductor, a spectral figure in a tattered uniform, his form flickering like a dying flame. He turns, his voice a low, growly echo, explaining the train's curse. It endlessly travels the line, collecting lost souls to power its eternal journey. Leela is its newest passenger, its next source of fuel. Her eyes dart around, landing on an old oil lantern hanging from a hook. In a desperate surge of adrenaline, she grabs it, smashes it against the boiler. In a burst of fire and smoke erupts, creating a chaotic diversion. She wrenches open the engine door and leaps, tumbling onto the gravel beside the tracks. Dawn is breaking. The first light of day paints the sky in shades of gray and orange. Leela scrambles to her feet and runs, not looking back, her lungs burning as she flees through the foggy fields. Behind her, the ghost train doesn't slow. It continues on its path, its form dissolving into the morning mist, its whistle fading into a whisper on the wind. As it disappears, Its headlights flicker one last time, like a predator's eyes, still searching, always searching, for the next lost traveler on the lonely tracks. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, be sure to subscribe for more chills.